dropping by to let you know what channel we're going to have on November the 5th. It would be 7D Farm. Well, let's take a look at their channel description. Homesteading, cooking on a wood stove, how to make do with what you have on hand, living on less than you make, and making a living on the farm. Lots of great videos here. Let's listen in as she describes how to make some hot chocolate.
Ahead of myself here, so I want to show you how you can throw this together for your family, have it on hand, and you don't have to buy that pre-mixed stuff in the store. So you're going to need 3 1/3 cups
Good
of
stuff
sugar.
there. How about some instructions on making brown sugar? Yep, make your own brown sugar at home. Save on the dollars.
Made brown sugar on the farm. And everybody's real impressed and like, woo, homemade brown sugar. When you see how simple this is and how easy it is to save money, you're going to go, what? Okay, so all we need.
They also share with you some of their booth setups at various farmers markets. The one shown here happens to be in Water Valley Farmers Market.
A little tour of our booth here. It's scaled down a little. We have homemade banana pudding. Let's see if we can get that into focus. We have our hummuses. We have this little fridge that we bring them to market in. Let's see if we can go in there, and you can see on the top shelf is
All that bread she has, well, you give some instruction on that too. I could watch this and learn how to braid Katie's hair if it were longer.
bring this one down, take the outside one over, bring this one down, bring this outside one over, this one down, outside over, down, over, down.
So there you be, folks. Monday night, stream starts at 8:57. Show will start at 9 p.m. All times are Eastern. Hope you turn back the clocks. We will see you then. Did you know Two Family Homestead has t-shirts? Yep, t-shirts with me on them. And they start at just $24 delivered to your door in the United States. They have some long sleeves, those are $1 more. But just send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Tell them what size you need, and they'll get right back to you with what colors are available in your size. Take care, everyone.
Put a picture
Have a
in
great
our
day.
Facebook group. I'll go look later.
And don't forget, they make great Christmas presents. Bye-bye.
Good evening. So you don't like Smudge's voice, huh? Could say that was him going through puberty, but isn't that when their voice goes high and cracks? Not low? I don't know. Wasn't my choice of voices. What can I say? So, I think everyone knows who we're having tonight. Met her almost 2 years ago in person. Well, the first Deep South Homestead meetup is when Sherry and I met face to face. And since they had 2 of them last year, it wasn't quite 2 years ago. Not actually. And we'll see her again in March. So, which is great. I just love her to pieces. I'm sure that if we were local, we'd be besties. I mean, we're already besties, but we'd be in-person besties. So, I'd be like this big, because I'd have to eat her tea cakes every week. There's just no way around them. So if you ever get a chance to go to the farmer's market and she has tea cakes, buy her out. Those things are awesome. Isn't that correct, B-Lady? You can testify to this. So, if everyone's ready, and even if you're not, put popcorn out there for everybody, drinks, coffee, bread. Let's bring her out.
Get anything for Grizz?
Potato water. We had potatoes for dinner. Does that count, Grizz?
All right. So we're going to let her out.
See, Peaceful Inspiration says, my hair looks pretty tonight. I look younger. I'm not quite sure how to take that. I think it's a compliment.
Yes, absolutely.
That's because I took a shower this morning and washed it. I do that once a month, whether I have to or not. Peaceful Inspirations.
Do you want me to let her out?
Let her out. Open the gates.
There she is. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
See, she listens and does what you tell her to do.
So how is Mrs. Sherry tonight?
I am wonderful.
So you are located down in Mississippi, where
we're in Cold Mississippi.
Cold Mississippi. Well, that's just what I was going to ask you here. What's the temperature like down there right now?
Yeah, Rusty was complaining the other day. It's cold. I said, "What's the temp? 60." Let me get out the violin.
It's probably dropping to the 60s right now.
Yeah,
we have a front moving through with some bad weather tonight, so the temperature's going to drop way down to freezing, probably
Close to freezing Friday night.
Close to freezing Friday night. But to us, because we have not been used to cold weather, it's been in the 90s, it's kind of frigid.
Yeah, that's what Rusty said. He said, well, to me, 60 is cold. I said, well, yeah, you got a point there. You got a point.
So,
well, and Goldshaw Farm said they had 23 degrees this morning. How would you like that? No? Sherry's going to... Sorry, Goldshaw. Sherry's staying in Mississippi.
well, I know Will Wallace said that he had 1.5 inches of snow on the ground yesterday.
So is everyone thinking that Sherry sounds like she's in a tunnel?
You need to talk again, Sherry.
Okay. I love the South, but I don't think I would like snow. I hate snow. I'm not a snow bunny at all.
I'm not even a snow bear. I was never a snow person. But, I didn't have a choice. We moved from New York to Ohio, and they didn't ask me. I'm not sure why.
On the rare occasion that we do get snow, I do not go outside.
By the way, some of the people in the South drive if there is snow. I don't blame you.
So
we're not equipped to deal with that.
Well, that's like Nina from Southern Arc. She's going to be doing some training up here in Ohio. And she's from Louisiana, so she doesn't drive in the snow. This winter is going to be an eye-opening for her. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Sherry, do you live in a house that has a furnace, or how do you normally cope in the wintertime?
Now, we have 3 wood heaters. We have 2 in our house. We have a wood stove in our kitchen, and then we have a wood heater in our, I guess, called living room. So, yeah.
Okay. And so do you have a big piece of property that you cut a lot of firewood every year, or how do you get your fuel for your heat?
Well, it's kind of twofold. We cut up deadfall from our property. We have 40 acres, and it's about 50% wooded, 50% pasture. And so when we have deadfall trees, or we go and cut trees to let them season. And then there's an Amish community near here that has lots and lots of sawmills, and they have these end cuts or side cuts that they can't use, which are planks, which are wonderful, wonderful wood for cooking. And so we can get about a ton of wood for $25. So we'll go pick up several loads of that and cut it up into firewood as well.
So is that that take quite a bit of time to do that? I mean, is this something that you plan for 2 or 3 months ahead of time, or?
We have stacks of it. Yes, you have to. Yes, they say the thing about heating with wood, it warms you up twice. Once when you're cutting it, secondly when you're burning it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We've some pine wood up here they can come get.
Well, I don't think they want pine wood.
No.
But Sherry,
Not much season.
Tell me, you say you have 40 acres, and you actually have a full-fledged farm. Is that correct?
Yes, we do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have tractors and outbuildings, and do you do field, like hay and corn in fields and stuff like that, or?
We do plant corn. We plant corn for grinding. We have a Stoneberg grits mill and a mill that we mill our flour and stuff with, but we don't plant like row crops. We do more. We do some row crops typically, but we use our tractors to set up our garden spaces and plant, but we do more of a permaculture kind of thing. We do have hay fields, but we don't cut our own hay. We have a neighbor that we worked out a deal with, and he cuts our hay for us because he has all the hay equipment. And so that works out for us. We didn't have to buy all that equipment. We have a very small tractor that we use on the farm. It's not a big tractor at all. So, yeah.
Okay.
But it's usually just for, small garden plots and moving the hay bales.
Okay, well, what about animals?
Well, we have miniature cows, Dexters, that we raise and that we eat and we milk. We have a miniature horse. We have ducks and chickens and Great Pyrenees dogs. And all of our pigs went to freezer camp already. So we have a functioning farm. Yeah, we try to grow as much of our own food as we can. And not to mention, we harvest wildlife too off of our property.
What percentage of your food would you say you actually produce yourself?
I would probably 30 to 40%. Yeah, I would say that we do because we have a large family, and there are just some things that we can't grow enough of right now for 5 teenagers.
But if you didn't have all those mouths to feed, I would bet it to be more up in the 70-80%.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, very easy.
So do you get a lot of help out of? I heard the word teenagers.
Yes, we do. Sometimes it's reluctant help, but they do. They're very good kids, and they help a lot around the farm. They all have chores that they do, and they enjoy those. And one of my sons, they rotate through milking duty because nobody wants to milk all winter long. So they rotate, taking turns on milking and chickens and that kind of thing.
Sherry, the Googler's asking, what are some of your favorite things to grow?
Favorite things to grow. I love growing squash. Mustard greens, my favorite thing in the whole wide world to eat. I love growing mustard greens. I love growing okra.
I've never had mustard greens. I don't like okra.
Well, you've never had her okra.
That's true. My mom used to put it in her vegetable soup. And whenever she served it, I would look for those little wagon wheel type things. I was the one that would pick it out and put it on the table. Can I say? I never acquired a taste. Now, my son loves it. My youngest son, he loves the stuff.
I don't like it when it's cooked slimy. I like it roasted. I like it fried. But I don't like it boiled.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, that's what this was. It was boiled, all right.
Well, Sherry,
that elephant snot.
Oh, God.
Sherry, I could be totally off.
Sort of like eating oysters.
I could be totally off base here, but doesn't a substantial part of your time involve doing farmers markets throughout the summer?
Yes. Mm-hmm. We do. That's how we make our living.
Okay, and that's where I was heading with this. Is that your primary income is doing these farmers markets where you, because I have seen, videos of you doing bread where you can't find you for all the bread that's there. I mean, you just do an incredible job.
Thank you.
I mean,
we make hundreds of loaves of bread a week in the peak season. Hundreds.
I mean, you could probably supply your local Walmart down there.
I don't know about that. But we do provide a lot of bread for our local communities. We live in a very unique situation here in North Mississippi where people are looking for really good, fresh food, and they really appreciate what I do. And it has been a huge blessing to our family. I mean, it is just a huge blessing. We don't only just do breads. We do a lot of other things. We, like I said, we have a stone burr mill, and we grind grits. And we sell grits, and we make cereals and flour mixtures and different things like that too, as well. I mean, we have several streams of revenue just from our farm so that we can do what we do.
Cauliflower pizza crust.
Cauliflower pizza crust. Okay.
Yes.
Can you
we
tell
sell lots of cauliflower pizza crust.
Can you tell how that went over?
I would try it.
Pepperoni pizza is at the top of his pyramid.
Well, that's the primary
and then steak
food
comes
list.
next.
But
and it has to be pepperoni. No, he doesn't need to have any of that other stuff on it.
Yeah, it doesn't need all the garden on the pizza.
Sounds like her husband. Yeah. We also make a sprouted whole grain pizza crust as well, Daryl. You would probably really enjoy that. We sprout up the wheat berries and then grind the flour and make a whole grain pizza crust. It's delicious.
We may have to see if she has some of that when we go down in March, and we can make one in the oven in the camper.
Okay. I'm ignorant. I'm very ignorant to.
Can you see the grain going there, Sherry?
To sprouted grain. So you wait till it's alive and then you smoosh it up again? Is that what you do, or?
Well, yeah, you sprout it to the point where you can see a little tail growing, which means it breaks the outer husk of the shell of the wheat, which means that when you dry it again and you dehydrate it, make it hard so you can run it through your grain mill, and then it's easier for your body to digest that grain and absorb the nutrients inside that grain.
Okay.
So it's much easier on your digestive system.
Okay, and I know you also do gluten-free stuff. Is that correct?
I do.
Well, that's why she has the cauliflower. Yeah, that's why she has the cauliflower pizza crust. That's
gluten-free.
Well, it's also keto friendly.
So Danny would like that, or could eat it.
Yes.
I don't know if Danny would like it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say yes when he said so Danny would like it. I said he could eat it, and that's when I said yes.
He could eat it, but I don't know that he would like it.
I don't think so either.
Well, I'm thinking this would be something to try here.
In March?
In March, yeah.
There we go, Sherry.
Maybe you're going to have to bake him a pizza, we'll sit him on the stage there.
Oh, that'll be something, won't it? We can take up a collection, see how he eats it. We'll have to think about this one. Sherry, Dave Holler, 70 Farm, winter's coming. Do you make any stews, and what are some different stews that you do make?
Yes, we eat lots of soups and stews. I make a beef and barley stew, which is delicious. We eat stew beef and rice. We make taco soup. We do chilies. We do hamburger soup.
Well, I don't know about hamburgers.
Potato soup is my family's all-time favorite soup. But yeah, we eat a lot of soup in the winter. But I also just made at the farmer's market recently stew in a pumpkin. I baked a pumpkin and cooked the stew inside the pumpkin. and that went over really well.
That's different.
I think I've heard of that. Maybe
That's different.
it was hers. I just saw that just recently.
So, okay, so you do a lot of the farmers markets through the summer, but they don't have them in the winter. Do you have a third-party source, a small store that you guys supply with some of your stuff? And if there's somebody
we have a small store, but we can't sell our baked goods over the internet. It has to be a face-to-face transaction due to the Mississippi State cottage food law. But we sell some of our handmade products and other things through 70farm.com, sales at 70farm.com or 70farm.com. We have a store.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll get that in the chat here for these folks.
Question for you, Sherry. David Deere is also in Mississippi. What part? I don't know if you said it earlier. What part are you from?
I'm in North Mississippi. We are close to Oxford. We're about 20 miles outside of Oxford, south of Oxford, in Yalobusha County.
I can't even pronounce that.
Getting tadpole place.
So is that where you were? Is that where you were raised? I mean, are you originally from there, or are you from there? Your husband from there? Or you just land there?
No, we landed here. Okay, there's a story there.
Cool.
About 24 years ago, we had an opportunity to come to Mississippi and sell books as independent contractors to all the schools in North Mississippi and in Memphis, Tennessee. So we had an opportunity to live anywhere in that area that we wanted. And my husband told me I didn't want to come. I didn't want to leave Florida. I grew up in Florida, and that's where all of our family are. And so I was really reluctant. He said, well, you can pick where we live. And so it came down to it because we accepted the job because we needed a job. And I closed my eyes and put my finger on the map, and it landed on Water Valley. And that's where we've been ever since.
Oh, be darned.
Yeah.
Now, see,
but we're originally from Florida.
I don't envision someone from Florida having such a deep Southern accent like Sherry does.
Well, I think Florida 24 years ago didn't have as many transplants as they do now.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but I suppose it depends what part.
I was raised on a farm in North Florida, on the Florida-Georgia line. So, yeah.
Yeah, that could be it.
We weren't deep Florida.
The Googler, Sherry, the Googler is asking, do you guys do any canning or any kind of preserving of your food?
Yeah. Yes, we can a lot of food. As you can imagine with 5 teenagers, we can meat, we can vegetables, we can fruit, we can everything. I mean, we make our own jams and jellies. If you can put it in a jar, I put it in a jar. That is one of my secret things. Is I'm a jar hoarder. I probably have 1,000 mason jars. We can't. If you can put it in a jar, even those things that people say you can't put in a jar, I can cheese.
Say, watch me, I can too.
So do you have one of these underground storage lockers like Danny and Wanda have?
No, no. No, I wish I did. It would be much better. We do have a storm shelter, and I tried putting stuff in it, but the humidity here is so high that it ruined the tops of my jars. So we just keep it in an outbuilding here on the farm. So we have a pantry.
It's the kitchen where you do all your baking and stuff. Is that actually in your house, or is that in a separate building?
That was out of my house. It's a outdoor kitchen. It's a closed-in part of a pole barn that we're working on making it into a teaching kitchen.
A teaching kitchen.
Cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So
is this the kind of thing where you're going to advertise advertise, if you would, to have people come in and learn how to do things? Is that what you're going to do, or just?
That is our goal for our farm.
Okay.
We really
Sounds
want
cool.
to have people come out and learn how to can their own food, make their own bread, grind their own grain, process the chicken from start to finish, and put it in a jar and put it on the shelf if that's what they so choose to do.
Well, and if you run out of chicken, you can use squirrels. I saw that video.
Exactly.
Sure did. I sure did.
Yeah. Well, they ate my pecans, so they tasted real nice.
So it was a nutty squirrel. All right.
It was nutty.
So you obviously then have pecan trees as well.
We do.
So
We have 12 plum trees.
So you harvest? Do you have peanuts?
We do grow peanuts from time to time, and then we can them. Yes, we do.
Very interesting. Now, you mentioned something about cottage laws and being face to face and that kind of stuff. But there are certain things that you don't have to be face to face.
Right.
Correct. Okay. But so what is the distinction between those items?
Okay. So the breads are perishable foods that are cooked that would have an expiration and could go bad in shipping. We had to have a commercial kitchen to sell those because we still operate underneath the cottage food law. So we could sell our grains, our grits, our flour blends, our pancake mixes, our pizza mixes, any of those things we could sell. And like the things my husband makes on the forge, things like crochet and sew. I make some, how do I say that? I don't want to step on any laws. I make some home remedy things as well, herbal tinctures and concoctions and things like that. I can't make any claims as to what they do. I can say what they do for my family.
Right.
But I can't, I don't want to get sued for practicing medicine without a license.
Yeah, there was a Amish man up here a couple of years ago that made some sort of tincture, I think it was, and was selling it, and the government went after him.
Yeah, he got in trouble.
He got in trouble big time. But we also have cottage law up this way. I can sell jams, jellies, all that stuff. I can't sell anything pickled.
Yeah, it can't be pickled.
It can't be pickled, yeah. I can sell the bread, and all the bread and that stuff. But it's just real like, why? If it's pressure canned, as long as it's sealed. I just don't understand.
We can sell pickled eggs. We can sell pickled okra, squash, things like that. But we have to take this class, the canning class and the acidifying class, so that you get the acid levels right.
Right. Do you know what exactly the cottage law is? There's some of these folks that aren't familiar with that. I don't know how to explain it. It has to do with the health department where you live.
Right. So when you fall underneath the cottage food law is when you are working from your home and you have in the state of Mississippi, I can't speak for other states. You have a certain amount of money that they put a cap on here that you can make per year with that. And you also have to make sure that you obey. I'm sorry, guys. We just got an emergency alert. Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
Yeah, our
Storm
going on.
Storms are coming in.
Yeah. But so each state has their own laws. Some states have cottage food laws, others don't. But the biggest thing in ours that we have to be careful about is our sales have to be for our baked goods face to face.
Okay.
So, and you have to research that for each state. So.
But that covers the entire state of Mississippi, is that correct?
Yes, that does.
Yeah, so you could go anywhere in Mississippi, but you couldn't necessarily cross the border into Tennessee or something. Is that? I'm just asking.
So I would have to follow. Yeah, I would have to follow their cottage food law in order to sell in Tennessee. So I have to make sure, and then I would have to probably pay sales tax in Tennessee too, as well as say the Mississippi sales tax when I came back across the state line.
Okay, now I guess I'm curious. Most of the stuff that you sell is food items, is it not? And I know food items is not taxed here. So is it taxed in Mississippi?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, food is taxed. That's why it seems so much cheaper when you go in the grocery store and you buy groceries, because when you get up there, they tag on that tax. And then some cities have even another tax added to it. Like if I go over to Tupelo, which is about an hour from here, where our nearest Sam's is, they have an extra 2% tax on their food. So yeah.
Well, we better stay away from tax discussions. We're liable to start getting into political stuff here, and we'll have more trouble than we know what to do with. So we'll just eliminate that right now.
Well, and it's 9:30 anyway, so why don't we go ahead and do our first trivia?
You think we're ready for trivia? All right, Sherry, just hang on. We're going to get the trivia fired up here, and we'll be right back with you.
Well, hi, folks. It's trivia time again. And we have to have some rules for this, so they are as follows. Number 1, you can only win once every 4 weeks. Number 2, you must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it appears embedded on the screen here. Your chat window may have a different order. And number 3, you have to send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Send us your mailing address so we know where to send your winnings. Good luck.
Okay, folks. Has everybody started answering already?
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's when Big Bear starts typing is when the trivia comes.
All right, if everybody's ready, here we go. What is the meaning behind the name 7D Farm?
No, Big Bear, it's not Coyote.
What is the meaning behind the name 7D Farm? 7D? Acres? Charlotte, I'm going to say that
It has to be
that's part of it. That's probably. What do you think? Who was it that did that first? Because I don't know if she wants her last name stated.
Go ahead.
Who was it that had that first?
Actually, Mark got it.
Mark?
Yeah. Right there.
Well, yeah, he got the whole answer. Okay.
So we asked for the whole thing. Red Duchess Farm. Scroll up here. Yeah, Red Duchess Farm got the whole name. That's what we asked for.
All right. Red Duchess Farm.
Go.
Sherry just did the entire check there. So while she gets that written down, Mark, drop us an email if you would, please. And she gets it all written down. We'll just bring this up here real quick.
7 members, and the D is
Well, hey,
for their
folks,
first
while that's
initial, their
cooking,
last
I had
name.
to sneak in here and just tell you, if you've never had Thrive Life, just hop on over to thrivelife.com/twofamilyhomestead
Jason,
and get
7
you some.
different colors in Andy's hair.
It's doggone good.
Not yet,
Plus it's off the
Jason.
channel.
Just wait till
Thanks.
March.
Okay, folks, and if you go to Thrive Life, make sure that my name is on the page here in the flashing red circle. That way you know that that it's helping us out. And we certainly appreciate it. And we have Sherry back.
We have Sherry back.
And I have the phone line turned on.
Woohoo!
So if anybody would like to call, we have the phone open. Numbers on the screen. We can take one caller at a time.
Betcha Penny who calls first. Yes, active agent, you're right. D is first letter of her last name. Yep. Red Duchess.
Lisa.
Red Duchess, did you see the commercial for the T-shirts that Daryl has you in? They just came in. That's why.
Okay, well he'll have to
look later.
After the second one, where I was going to do the T-shirts. So.
Okay. Hey, breakaway homesteader, welcome. You're just in time to call in. Sherry wants to know, or Brenda wants to know if you make opossum pizza.
I do not make possum pizza. I make quail pizza.
There you go, Brenda. She might do it just for you in March. You never know.
Nope.
I can just imagine you stinking up the hotel with that walking in.
All right. For those of you trying to call, I have this on a different browser here this evening. We're trying something out, and I'm going to have to change a couple things real quick.
I can make her some barbecue coon pizza.
So I apologize.
I'd have to pass on that one also. Charlotte, you have a great evening. Brenda, you go ahead and you try it and let us know. Angela, I have seen the pictures of the stuff that you forge. Oh my gosh. It's just like a day with you would be unreal. Quail pizza with bacon, onion, and white sauce. Barbecue raccoon is awesome.
It is. Don't knock it until you try it.
Oh, wasn't that a nice video, Mary? Mary Smith says, thanks for the pumpkin pie spice recipe. I like that.
Oh, you're so cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool how you did that.
We make a lot of that.
I bet you do. I like to do up my own spices. Saves me from having to go out and buy the stuff.
It does, and it doesn't have all those preservatives and yucky stuff that you don't want in it.
Jason. I'm sorry, my mind just went down the gutter. Big Bear Homestead is asking, are you reading the screen, Sherry?
No, I don't have my glasses on.
Okay.
It's so small, I can't really see it. So
okay, well,
I'll have to go back. I'm sure he's being naughty, right?
He asks, have you ever eaten beaver?
No, I haven't. I've eaten bear. I've eaten coon, squirrel, rattlesnake. I've eaten a lot of stuff. I mean, normal pork, chicken, quail. I grew up in the South. We eat what we have on hand.
I can understand that.
Turtle, lots of turtle. We love turtle. We love turtle stew. Oh my gosh, turtle stew is the bomb.
Well, Daryl's had that. I guess his ex-father-in-law, I think he said, made it one time. His ex-father-in-law lived down in Florida, and he made turtle stew.
Well, my grandparents did that too.
Oh, your grandparents? Okay.
Yeah, Dad ran over a turtle one time on the way to their place and put it on the back bumper, and we had turtle stew.
Okay.
And I was okay. We're gonna try this again with
turtle and turtle.
We're gonna try this again with the phone line.
Big Bear is asking, how is the bear? He's never eaten it yet.
It's really good. It's really red. I mean, it's a little dark meat. It's good. You have to cook it low and slow. You don't want to overcook it. And we always we let ours age in the fridge and then put it in buttermilk to soak overnight before we cook it. Just take out some of the gamey wildness.
What would you say is the most exotic thing you have had?
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
I love frog legs and.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Ooh.
Hi, Daryl. It's Steven.
Hello.
Can you hear me, Daryl?
Gotcha. Sherry, can you hear?
Hi, Daryl.
I can hear it. Mm-hmm. I can hear
Okay,
it.
sounds like Steven.
You owe me money.
It is Steven.
All right. Yes, we have a little bit different setup here tonight, so we've got everything working.
Hi. Yeah, it's great to hear you. I enjoyed the last live show you did, even though I didn't catch it.
Well, thank you. Always nice to have you in the room.
Still there, Stephen?
Yep.
Oh, okay. when it goes quiet, I never know.
Okay, did you have a question for Sherry?
What is your, well, not what is, have you ever done bread like with raspberries and almonds?
No, raspberries are so soft. I haven't tried that yet. I think I would have to use frozen raspberries to pull that off, but I'm sure that it would be delicious.
Yeah, they would get very mushy. There's a lot of water.
Yeah, you would probably freeze-dried or frozen would have to be the route for that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of water in there.
Well, then I'll bet you could use Thrive Life raspberries.
Yes, you could.
I bet you could. Now, they would go really well in quick bread. You just have to cut down on the water content or whatever you're using for your liquid.
Yeah, the only other question I wanted to ask about bread was for making it, if you wanted to do like spinach and like that, would be the best way to do it would be like dehydrate that and powderize it?
No, don't do that. If you want to use spinach, you want to wash it, blanch it, and then squeeze all the moisture out and wash it and blanch it and freeze it, and then take it out of the freezer and thaw it and take the water out. But you don't want to freeze dry because it'll just be a powder and it really won't have much taste. But frozen or washed and blanched would be your best bet on that, and then squeeze out as much moisture as you can before you add that to your bread. We actually make a spinach Parmesan bread that is a very good seller for us.
Didn't you bring that to Mississippi last year? Is that one of the ones you brought?
I think so, yeah.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I look forward to catching more of your videos. And thanks for coming tonight, and you have a great one. Looking forward to the rest of the night.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
Thanks, Stephen. Take care.
My pleasure. And I got your message about the picture. I will be sending it off to you.
All right, thank you. We'll talk to you all later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Speaking of picture, Bandana, are you still in the chat? If you are, who was standing next to you when towards the end of the conference on that Saturday when I gave you a t-shirt? I can't remember who that was right next to you. So if you're not here, I'll email you. You know who this is.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please? Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hi, Daryl. It's Vicki from Little Creek Homestead.
I knew who that was.
How are you this evening?
And I'm hearing myself on the phone.
You're hearing yourself on the phone? I don't know why that would be, but...
She may need to mute her computer.
You're not hearing it through the computer. You're hearing it through the phone, you say?
No, it's through the phone.
Okay.
Spirits.
Yeah, spirits, because it's a phone.
I have no idea.
Is that any better? Try it now.
Okay. It's not as bad.
All right. I don't know any more that I can do here because obviously it's tied into the computer here, so I don't know if there's... Anyway, go ahead. I think Sherry can hear you. She's nodding her head.
Hi, Sherry. Now, I want to know when you're going to start this school up because I want to be your first student because if you can teach me how to bake like the rock star you are, you can teach anybody.
Oh, you can bake. It's easy. I would love to teach you to bake, Miss Vicki. I would love to.
Were you able to hear her okay?
Yeah.
I don't really hear her too well.
Uh-oh.
All right, try it again because she should be hearing you okay. I'm not sure exactly where the problem is here, so I'm just looking through things. Go ahead, Sherry.
Vicki, I would love to teach you to bake. I think that you could be a stellar baker. Anybody can bake. It's easy. There's nothing to it. It's just it's a fun thing to do.
The woman who bakes like a rock star.
I wish I baked like a rock star. I might make more money, but we do what we can to get by.
Vicki, I can remember.
I'm gonna have to go hop in the truck so I can head down to Mississippi because I need to learn how to bake like a rock star.
Vicki, I can remember the first video that I ever watched of Sherry's, which was way before I met her. I thought it was a young girl, like my granddaughter. I mean, she has little tiny hands. Sorry, Sherry. She's not very tall. And I can just remember her standing at the counter. It's like, this young lady can bake like nobody. And then I realized, oh, no, that's like the mom. But she's just awesome.
She's tiny but mighty.
You got that right. You got that right.
Well, I know she has a very popular spot there at the gathering.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
She has more people come up to her than me.
But she's got a popular spot on my YouTube playlist.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love that, Vicki.
At the first gathering that they had, the first meetup that they had at the campground, Sherry came in, and then I think your husband came in, and then trotted all the kids. And there was box after box, and they slept them in, they set them up, and when everything was done, they put them back and took them back out. It was like, whoa. Yeah. That was the way to do it. Yeah.
They do it like a fine-oiled machine.
They did. They did. When you see those things lately, like on Facebook, and it says, if you don't say something right to your Southern mama, how you get the look. She had them. she had them kids pretty well trained, I'll tell you.
My kids don't like the mama voice. That's what they call it. The mama voice or the mama look. That's the look no.
Yeah.
I got the mom look going. My kids will tell you this. The mom gets that look going, you best do what she wants.
Oh, my kids are grown, and I still give it. I have to keep them practice, so I do it to the granddaughters now. They just go, yeah, right, Nana, you're not going to do
Okay, well, I have somebody else here who wants to ask you a question, Sherry.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Miss
Sandy.
Hey,
Sandy, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So I have a question for you, Sherry.
Okay.
Yeah, Sherry. Do you have any things for gluten free? Because I'm lactose intolerant, and I really want to know some recipes that I can make.
I do actually have gluten-free things. I have a gluten-free bread that I make that we grind our own sorghum flour, and it's a special blend that we do. And the gentleman down in Sabula, Mississippi, grows the sorghum for me, and then we grind it and make it into bread. So I'll have to share that recipe with you. I would be happy to share that recipe with you. I will even send you some of our special blend of gluten-free flour. How about that? You get me your address, get your mom to message me, and I will send you some gluten-free flour so that you can make your own bread. So we can make bread together on YouTube. How about that?
That sounds pretty nice.
All right.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Sammy, any other questions?
Well, my mom, I don't really have any. That's my big question I really wanted to ask. But I think Mom has a few questions.
Okay.
What was it? Okay, I'm lost here. What do I got to ask?
Whatever you wanted to ask. Did Sammy just
You
put
was the
you
one who
on the
had
spot?
questions and said to call.
She said she was done.
Then she got shy and handed me the phone.
Yeah. She said she was done. You have more questions.
Yeah, she says, Mommy has more questions.
She put you in the hot spot.
Yay! Ouch!
Yeah.
My butt hurts. This hot seat's hot.
Yeah, gotta love it, don't you?
All right.
Kids, gotta love them. Not sure why, but you do.
I know.
Okay, well, I guess.
Yeah, her main question was about gluten-free, dairy-free recipes that we could possibly make something for her that won't hurt her belly.
Yeah, Sherry's going to get her all set up.
Yeah.
That's
we will
awesome.
do that. We will share some gluten-free, dairy-free things so that you can have a taste of bread. I mean, living without bread, I've been doing keto for a little bit. It's hard. It's really hard.
So Sherry, do you have an email you can share, or that if somebody wants to get a hold of you, or just go to your website, or
that? And Vicky's on Facebook, so Vicky can always message her over there also.
Yeah, 70 Farm. We have a 70 Farm Facebook page, and Sherry at 70farm.com is also in my email.
Cool.
Okay. Well, we'll get that out here in the chat for people to.
That'll work.
What are you trying to copy, Sam? No. There you were.
And it looks like Grizz wants some Chinese chicken pizza.
Well, he wants to know how come nobody wants to come to his Chinese chicken cooking school.
I don't know.
Because he's whacking kitties on the head with a wrench. That's why.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Is this so funny?
Yes,
all right, well, I'm going to let y'all go.
Okay, Vicky,
so
you
somebody
take
else
care.
can call.
Give Sammy hugs
But
for us.
otherwise, I'm looking for an address so I can come and learn how to bake like a rock star.
I'm telling you,
All right.
I'll be right behind you.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Because if she can teach me, she can teach anybody.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Talk to you later, Vicky.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Sherry, the Googler here, says you can do an online cooking class, and have you thought of that option?
We have. We just don't have the cameras and all of the stuff, the technology stuff that it takes to set that up yet. And that is something that we really want to do, is to teach online classes as well for those people who can't come to the farm.
Right. That'd be cool. And got another one here. Someone noticed unfinished drywall in the background. Wants to know if you're doing renovations to your house.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's
Actually,
calling?
this is not drywall. It's the wood, 100-year-old wood that we took the drywall off of, that we whitewashed.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. But we are doing renovations. Always.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Yes. I'd like to order a barbecue cone pizza, please.
A barbecue what?
I don't know if they ship to Missouri.
I just bring it in March, Brenda.
Did she really think we wouldn't know who it was?
What if I throw a little squirrel on there too, Brenda?
Too funny. That was too funny.
Now, squirrels are for dumplings.
Oh, yeah, squirrel and gravy. Yup.
Oh, okay.
You would like it.
I don't think so.
Yes, you would. She would get all the hair out of it.
Oh, thank you. Now I really can't wait.
We usually don't find too much buckshot in there.
No.
Sort of like taking an egg out of the container and seeing the straw underneath of it.
We just get Chris to whack it.
Yeah, exactly. That's where Brenda is, the Googler. That's why I said that. I knew who was calling. That's a long.
Yeah, I got a feeling you know me now.
Yeah, it's a long-running joke from the first time we ever did these phone calls. We had Brenda calling for a raccoon pizza or possum pizza, and then Danny called in. What did he do? Like an old man or something, wasn't it, Brenda?
No.
Yeah.
And he had Daryl stumped. I knew right away he had Daryl stumped. It was funny.
Yeah, it was him and Jamie hollering at him in the background.
That's right. That's right. She was there. Yeah.
We don't do possum pizza. We do possum on a half shell.
Oh, Lord.
For starters, I was raised on wild game. There's not a whole lot of wild game that I won't at least try.
Well,
I know. I mean, I love frog legs. My kids get so giddy when they're having frog legs.
You know,
I don't eat curmy either.
You know, we had on the show here not all that long ago. We had a guest on the show that did wild game cookbooks.
Yeah.
And spoke at the conference there,
yep.
Stacy Lynn. So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's
split opossum con turtle. Oh, the recipes.
I just want to tell you, Miss Sherry, we love you a lot, and not just your baking, but you are a sweetheart.
Thank you, Miss Brenda. I love you too. Hey, you haven't had my possum yet, so you might just like possum pizza. But really, in the South, they serve possum on the half shell because it gets hit on the road. Armadillo on the half shell. Possum, yeah, it's real fatty. Possums are really eaten here, but they're real fatty. But yeah, not something I would want. And you usually roast them, and it's really, really fatty meat. But yeah. Okay, Daryl.
Oh yeah.
McDonald's.
Home creatures, frog legs are really good. Legs are delicious.
Well, hey.
Frog legs and grits. Oh my, that's over the top delicious. Frog legs and grits. Best breakfast you can eat.
They may serve possum at the McDonald's down there. I don't know.
I wouldn't know either. I don't eat at McDonald's.
I'd be afraid of what else they had in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, really. It would be adulterated.
Up here in Missouri, we call possums, or not possums, but armadillos, armored possums.
Armored possums,
yes.
Okay.
Yep. I like that.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm not going to keep you guys. I just wanted to call in and razz y'all a little bit.
I'm glad you did.
Love you, Brenda.
All right, Brenda. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
sweetie. Sherry, Living Miracle Homestead is asking, is it hard to milk your Dexters?
No, they actually have long cylindrical teeth, so they're really easy to milk. Really easy milkers. The milk is fabulous, but the Dexter Jersey Cross, the milk is even better. It's phenomenal.
So I thought I heard you say something a little bit earlier about quail. Is that something else that you have?
We don't have any quail right now, but we do raise quail in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's just not. We end up usually eating them all in the winter. So then I'll go to freezer camp and we start fresh in the spring.
Okay, and then you probably start with what, about 1,000? They're so small.
Those are so tiny. I mean, you have to have like 2 or 3 per person.
Well, the kids probably can eat about 3 each, 3 to 4 each for a meal. Yeah. So it does take a lot. But usually,
if you're using those eggs, the way you cook, the way you're using those eggs, you got to go through 1,000 a day.
Yeah, you could really easily. We get through, well, chicken eggs and duck eggs, we get through quite a few of those. But quail eggs, they don't get to eat those.
Good Lord. I'd get tired of cracking the shells open. Gosh.
Yeah.
A dozen for you, a dozen for you, a dozen for you.
30 eggs every morning.
Wow.
How many?
30.
30.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
I got 4 teenage boys and 1 teenage daughter that eats like a trucker.
Before we do, Googler, before we do this next question, why don't we do the second trivia due to the time?
Oh, yeah, because the time's flying here. So let me bring this up. Jerry, just hang on a minute here and we'll get this other question queued up.
Well, hi folks, it's trivia time again, and we have to have some rules for this, so they are as follows. Number 1, you can only win once every 4 weeks. Number 2, you must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it appears embedded on the screen here. Your chat window may have a different order. And number 3, you have to send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Send us your mailing address so we know where to send your winnings. Good luck.
Okay, folks. So as the chat settled down, looks like it's still catching up here just a little bit in the takes the browser here just a second to get caught up with the chat, and I think it's just about there. It's just pretty well caught up with yours, hon, because I can't see it.
It's getting there, yeah.
All right, so let me go ahead and bring the question over if everybody's ready. And it's not a number. It's not a number. But if you really wanted to be detailed, you could include numbers, if that makes anybody feel better. Question number 2. Water Valley, Mississippi is home of the world record for what? Water Valley, Mississippi is home of the world record for what? And this has been in some of her videos. No, it's not gators, it's not bread.
Largest loaf of bread. You need to be specific.
It's not Bigfoot. Lou just Lou. It's first one to bring it up. Lou, just Lou.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yes, they are the world record holder. And to be absolutely specific, it's for white crappie. It exceeds, what, 5 pounds or something? Sherry, do you recall?
Yeah, it was over 5 pounds.
Just a huge panfish. And that was established, if I remember right, back in 1957.
57.
So, yeah. Lou, just Lou. Send us an email, please, with your mailing address, and we'll get.
Hey, a fellow Mississippi.
Lou, didn't you win 2 things at the gathering last March? Wasn't it Lou that won 2 of the giveaways?
I don't know.
I think so.
I can't remember that far back. I'm old.
Well, yeah, but.
Okay, folks, it's been a little bit over an hour here. Oh, I forgot something. Sherry, is Red Duchess still in there?
As far as I know. Somebody asked a question, and the Googler. How old is the house you live in, and do you know much about its history? That was the question.
The house was built in what year? 1926. And the family that built it lived in it. We bought it from the family that lived here. This is an old dog trot that they built during the Great Depression, and it has been remodeled several times, and we're taking it down to its bones and trying to resurrect it one more time. But the family that lived here raised 7 children in this 6 children in this 4-room house, and there were 200 log cabins on the property that have long since been gone, and 3 wells. But this property has a lot of industry. It has 2 creeks running through it, and where the creeks converge on our property is where everybody out here in this community used to come together to do their laundry on Saturdays, and they would have makeshift clotheslines lining the creeks all up and down Spring Creek and hanging out their laundry and visiting. And the well that you see sometimes in some of my videos, the picture pump, that is where people were traveling through, going into Water Valley from different parts of this area, would stop and get water on their way through town. That well has been there that long, since horse and buggy days. And it's only 17 feet deep, and it runs fresh spring water year round.
That's incredible. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she figured since the previous owners had so many children, she had to keep
All right,
up.
just like a TV show here, we got to pay the bills.
You like that?
Did you know Two Family Homestead has t-shirts? Yep, t-shirts with me on them. And they start at just $24 delivered to your door in the United States. They have some long sleeves, those are $1 more. But just send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Tell them what size you need, and they'll get right back to you with what colors are available in your size. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Oh, and don't forget, they make great Christmas presents. Bye-bye.
And no, the dog will not talk on the shirt coming to you. Just thought I'd let you know that. Do you use city water or well water?
Both. We don't have city water. We have community water that was put into place in 1994 or 84, somewhere around that area at time. But we still use the wells for watering things in our garden and drinking water too. And we also have community water piped into our property as well that was just here, because there wasn't electricity in this house until 94 and water until 1984.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that means the outdoor bathhouse is probably still standing.
Yeah. we are in the process of building an outhouse, though, and the bathroom that we are currently using was added to the house in '94, and it's part of the back porch that they closed in. That is, that's typically what happens to houses in the South when you add plumbing and stuff like that. Is that you would close in part of your porch and make a bathroom there.
Well, sure. Plus, that increases the size of the home.
Yeah.
So,
especially when it's a tiny home.
Stephen wants a talking T-shirt. That would scare me, Stephen.
barbecue coon pizza with quail eggs.
Oh.
Well,
where did you read that? How did I miss that?
I don't know. Maybe I'm ahead of you.
I'm to the very bottom.
Googler's asking if we get somebody to post the channel link, and I'm sure that'll be done.
You are way behind.
I'm way behind?
Yes.
That figures. Well,
Google says if his doesn't talk, he's returning it.
all right. I guess I'll have to modify that little commercial.
Grizz says brown coat. It ain't really talking. It's just that he hasn't washed it forever. When he flexes those muscles, Grizz, that's what happens. I haven't seen Mark say anything, so I'm not sure if he's off and doing something else or whatever.
Well, we played it, well, not just for him, for everybody
right.
that they can.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So now if everybody in here orders 6 shirts, we'll be in good shape. I'll be able to buy the grandkids a Christmas present.
No, it's not false advertising because we're not advertising that at Talks.
What's that? I have a picture
okay.
smudge on it. So.
Oh, yeah, we go. Olin says, drink enough of Grizz's potato juice and it'll talk. You got that right. Got that right.
Ready to go?
Mm-hmm. Any more questions for our wonderful guest?
Under tornado warning.
Okay.
Sherry, you got some more weather issues coming in down there?
We're under a tornado warning. We just got a warning so my husband is checking things out. That's why I was looking at him concerned. He's going to make sure that the path to the shelter is cleared.
Well, it's 10 after 10.
So if I have extra space left, we'll know why.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. It's 10 after 10, and because of that,
yeah, and
I know you've got
bad weather coming in, and
because that's why Andy left earlier. Because he said it was raining so hard, his internet was iffy.
So, Sherry, is there any last thoughts that you'd like to share with the folks? Anything you got? Any big plans for 2019?
Yeah, we hope to be doing a lot more videos. We've had it's really hard to do lots of good content when you're doing farmers markets almost every day of the week, and we have really been working hard on that. And so we want to put out good content and just ask people to bear with us. We're trying to do the best we can with what we got and share what knowledge we know. And if there's something you want to learn to do, just let me know. I don't mind teaching. I don't mind sharing. That's what it's all about. And thanks to y'all and everybody else for letting me come into your homes and be a part of your lives. I appreciate that.
Oh, we love your videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Connie, Rambling Mountain Rose, is asking you, Sherry, before we leave, do you ever really get tired of making bread?
I love making bread. Is that just the weirdest thing ever?
Oh, no.
I just love that.
I love when you let it proof and then it comes time to punch it down.
I love the way
you
it
just
envision
somebody's face.
I like the way it looks like a baby skin when it's all puffy and pretty and the texture. It's like...
Okay, folks, now you can envision that when you make your bread.
All right.
See what it looks like after it poops. Soft as a baby's bottom.
All right, for all you folks out in the chat, thank you so much for being here tonight. This thing will be probably processed by YouTube in an hour, so if you want to go back and miss a part that you didn't catch.
It is good therapy, peaceful inspirations. That's true.
We've had a lot of fun, Sherry. We thank you so much for your time here this evening.
Old Alabama Gardener. Sherry is located in Mississippi.
Yep.
You're right, Lou, just Lou. Gosh, her gift, oh, Lord. It does taste good.
So,
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
We about ready to close the curtain.
We're about ready to close it out, especially with them having tornado warnings.
Well, it's starting to get just a little bit chilly up this way, so I think we'll get the fire going, and we will see everybody next week. So everyone have a great week.
Next week we also have another.
We have
a cooking type.
Oh yeah.
Guest, Cooking with CJ.
Cooking with CJ will be our guest next week, so don't miss that one.
Yes.
Take care, everybody. Have a good evening.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.